All right, here we go. Neon Engage.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Monster Bass channel. You've got Burly Fishing here, the entirety of Burly Fishing. We got Jeff, myself, I am Paul, and we have this is January ice bag.
It's the second to last, right?
Yeah, I think we go through, is it February? I can't remember.
February's the last one.
March last year, I think February this year.
Maybe.
You know what? They're gonna have a lot to prove for February because I'm actually really excited about this bag. This might be my favorite. This might be my favorite icebox bag, whatever you want to call it, thus far.
It's a highly functional bag here. That comes in a box.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't done it yet, be sure to subscribe to the Monster Bass channel, then take 1.8 seconds and jump on over to Burly Fishing and subscribe to our channel so you can see us actually use baits like this out on the ice this season. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna let Jeff pick what's coming out of the bag
first thing. Spring bobbers.
Sitka spring bobbers. If you've never used a spring bobber before, it's actually kind of a phenomenal invention. Like, if you're not getting enough sensitivity out of your setup, or maybe using a medium setup, and you really want to pair up and start like looking for some maybe ultralight perch, you know, you want to do a little ultralight for you know, whatever panfish that you're seeing, or you just want to increase the sensitivity of your current rod. You basically, there's a really good visual on the back here. You're basically just going to go ahead and slip this portion, the foam portion of the bobber into your first guide, and then run your line through the bright orange tip. They're really basic, but this is like, this is like a must. I feel like a lot of people like this is a must-have. Like, you kind of need to have these. You really should have a couple of these laying around.
And you got this orange tip, so it's high vis.
Yep.
They're super sensitive, like Paul was saying. These are flat. Sometimes they're rounded. And just basically, it'll make any rod essentially like an ultralight, but with a backbone, so you can fish a heavier setup. Super sensitive.
Detecting ultralight bites, especially if like maybe your rod setup is not, you know, really super great. You're having trouble managing an ultralight jig. As long as you can get it down there to the depth you want, you're gonna be able to detect that ultralight bite. You may even only see it. You may not even feel it, but this is gonna help you out. So yeah, good ad.
I remember watching a YouTube video a long time ago. It was just like probably Lindy or something, and they were like, you are guaranteed to be missing crappie bites if you're not using a spring bobber. So
totally fair.
I took that to heart.
If you've never seen a bluegill like eat a lure underwater, just like lightning quick, and it's just like the most little like, it's hilarious.
And if you don't set, you miss.
Oh, absolutely. All right, spring bobber number one. What's number two?
Oh, I love these.
Yeah.
These are fantastic. Big bite baits, the crappie minnow. We got a whole ton of these actually.
This is John Deere green. What is the color name?
These are sick.
I know.
John Deere green. Tractor green glow.
Nailed it.
All right, so these are fantastic. We have these in a couple different colors. We like using them a lot. They're like a good size.
Big Bite Baits is one of my favorite crappie manufacturer, like lure manufacturers. Like kind of out of nowhere. They're really good.
The thing that's sweet about these, check this out, is you got like this highlight tail. It's actually two pieces. So you get your regular like yellow-ish, chartreuse-ish, and green up front for the thicker rigging section, and then you get the chartreuse glow tail with those like silver flake, and it's salted up. These things are juice.
Well, they are more than juice. They are, you get the bite juice with these ones. You don't always get that, but I feel like with larger, like this would be for like bigger crappie.
They'll hold on a bit longer.
Yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna draw them in. That's a little bit extra for you. I love that. And then that's a 10-pack. That's the other thing about Big Bite.
Yeah,
they usually get more in a pack. So this is coming in a 10-pack. I love that. All right, next.
This thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we had one of these before. This is the Rotashad, but this is a realistic one. So this one has like...
Well, it's a much smaller size. The last one we got was like, I think a 1/8.
Yeah, this one is 1/8. No, the other one was big. The other one was like a 1/4 or 3/8 even. This one is 1/8. And it's got that streamer material off the back. So that makes it interesting. It's realistic, like little fishy shape design. So that could be cool. And this is the one that rotates, Rotashad, get it? When you're jigging this up and down. So we haven't used these on the ice yet.
Correct.
But we're gonna find out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen these before, this is basically two jigs that are like welded together. And so they're all one piece, but they're welded together, and then there's like a hook in the middle where you tie in your line. And as you're jigging this up and down, it's gonna rotate and spin, and it gives you a different level of fall. The one thing I like about these is that it doesn't come with plastics. I think it's the other Rotoshed had the plastics, which is cool because then you can
Chartreuse grub tails.
You can customize, right? And they're kind of showing you the right size. But this one, you don't need any of that. They got the flash on there,
Ready to go.
tied on, rigged up, ready to go. Nothing for you to lose, nothing for you to forget, nothing for you to get bit off on. So I like that a lot. And then this is a much more natural presentation. The other one was a blackhead jig with like a chartreuse, which is cool. But I mean, I think early ice, this is kind of what I want.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
All right. Next up, we got Arnold Tackle. Now this one's interesting. So it's kind of like a little spoon jig, little fishy-shaped one.
Let's wait for that wind. If you would just calm down. We have 15-mile-per-hour gusts right now. Not ideal. Not ideal.
I feel safe. I'm in danger.
I was in a normal hoodie before we got out here.
Yeah.
But these are really neat. So what you're gonna get with these is, I personally love these on minnows or on grubs. I think this is a great live bait. I'm gonna call it a spoon. I really dead stick these.
Yep.
Now, one thing that I can say is there's another lure in here. Ah, Jeff, I'm gonna do your job for you.
I was trying to do my job.
All right, I'm gonna do Jeff's job here for a second.
Wow.
One of the other baits is this Widowmaker 2-inch ballsy. So as you can see, these are like it's an interesting plastic. I don't know what it's mimicking, if anything specifically, but you get these 3 white bulbous sections with the tail, another bulb at the back. When you put a plastic like that on the bottom of this and you vertically drop that spoon down, you can alternate colors, you can get the glow. If you don't have live bait, you can do something like this, and then you can attach this any which way you want. You can do the whole plastic, you can bite it off, do the tail. You get a lot of options. Great dead stick bait, to me. I know you can jig it, but it's a great dead stick bait. And so what I'll do a lot of times, if I'm finding, like especially early season, early in the day when you don't know what's working, what I'll do is I'll take 2 buckets to a spot, I'll drill 2 holes, I'll jig with one of them, and then behind me, I'll just either sit on one of the rods and dead stick it, or set it on my bucket and like drop that, let it sit, and then just randomly every 5 minutes or so, just tap the top of my my rod. And then you're gonna be able to kind of figure out what's gonna work that day. This is often one of the places I like to start. Live bait first, and then I'll go to something like this, paired with that spoon. I love that thing.
Consequently, today we have no live bait because all the live bait in town is dead. So we're gonna be using plastics today. All right, so next up we got the Perch Daddy. I love this pink and black setup. So that is a crappie jig. This is kind of like the classic crappie jig where it's like wrapped, tied.
It's pretty big too.
Yeah, it's kind of huge. I would see, definitely ultralighting this. Maybe in the spring and stuff. But I mean, if you're on them, like crappie are really aggressive. We can definitely go after them. This is for perch specifically, but I'm using it for crappie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, these are great for basically anything. The one thing that I will say about this is there's no bad color really. Right. The nice thing about this one though is with that wrap, I think this is a 1/16. That is like a perfect weight to where you're going to maintain sensitivity, but with all that material tied around the hook shank, it's not like floating around so much that you can't maintain the sensitivity. Right. Get your lure where you need it to be, and then detect a bite. So I love that black and pink. I think that's a cool combo. One that how many lures do you have that are black and pink?
A few now.
Yeah, 2 total. This is not a common color combo. Yeah. This is a good one. This is a good color combo. This is great, I think, for dark water. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with this. This is a good ad. Solid ad.
Yeah. I was having some great success this year with the pink mule jig. Yep. With the black donkey tail. So that was like previously the black and pink I did.
Yep.
Then we got some Scandia.
Yeah.
Scandia?
Yes.
Scandia?
You can't say it wrong because I don't know how to say it.
Sweet. Tungsten lure. Tungsten is great for sensitivity, also for showing up on your sonar. So we're using Vexilars today. Okay. He doesn't have his spikes on.
No, what we're doing is dying today.
Yep.
So if you use a flasher, something like this. This is the FL8 SE from Vexilar.
These are buddies.
The nice thing about tungsten is because it's a more dense metal, you get a better reading from your sonar. So you can use a smaller jig and get a better reading, which I think is fantastic, right? Because a lot of times, especially as you go deeper and deeper, and that cone gets larger at the bottom of your, where your Vexi is shooting down. This can be the difference between being able to see your lure and maybe not distinguishing it from a fish or anything else down there at all. So the tungsten jigs in general, a little higher quality, more dense metal, lower profile, and
sensitive,
better
show
sensitivity.
Up on the Vexi,
love it.
All good stuff. And it's super glowy too, so it's gonna go with one of these 2 plastics here. So last up, we've got, we've been having some pretty cool baits coming out from these guys, Bass Reaper. So we got the chartreuse, they call it the mouse, 20. You get 20.
They're small. Like, granted, they're tiny, but like with a jig like that, this is a great tail, especially for smaller panfish, or then you need to get a reaction in like ultra clear water with like no silt at the bottom. This is what I like to go. Bright color, really small with a longer tail on a small tungsten jig. So having a 20 pack instead of a 10 pack is like super nice. But yeah, they're smaller, I get it, but having 20 is kind of clutch.
Yeah. And then you get the black flake and green or chartreuse here bug. This thing is ridiculous. So it's gonna look or mimic like a pretty good sized bug in the water.
Ultralight drift these, but these are gonna work great.
I can see using this in the river for sure.
Yep, these are gonna work great
I think it's juicy.
On almost any jig on a lot of different spoons. There's not really a bad way to go. And
that is from Euro Tackle. So again,
can you pronounce this one? Because I tried to do Anisoptera.
Obviously, it sounds like a dinosaur.
Yeah,
it's the Anisopteryx underwater.
But Euro Tackle does a really great job of making like unique shapes, like unique shaped baits. Like they have we did a shrimp last month. Yeah, there's just like, you're not gonna see their shapes very often. So they have really unique molds, and they're all like pretty dang small. So pretty cool option from there.
Oh, I almost missed one.
I was gonna say, and there's one more left.
Jeez, I thought we were way past done. So you got the classics from Lindy here. This is the Tungsten Fat Boy in Shart Glow. And
it's gonna pair up with that Euro Tackle bait, the Anisoptera, actually very well.
It's got a longer shank.
Exactly.
And it's that glow material with the eye on there. It's also a flat body, which is cool, and a horizontal presentation. You can see by the line ties. So very interesting. Lindy makes great stuff. It's, you know, there's no questions asked there.
Another thing about rectangular shaped jig heads, they also show up even better.
Even if not tungsten.
Than circular. You get more, what is it, like per square centimeter, whatever you want to call it. There's more real estate for something to bounce off of from your Vexy to give you a better reading. So I think Clam makes a rectangle, I forget what it's called, but Gens makes a rectangular one that's like a cube shaped.
There's the disco ball one, the tungsten disco ball.
It has a bunch of sides, right? And then this is another version of that. So like this is a rectangular shaped bait. It has curved edges, but it's actually a little bit bigger in profile. And again, in addition to being tungsten, it's gonna give you an even better reading underneath the water. So that is your, okay, we didn't nail it apparently. That is your, wait, I want it though. So that is your January icebox. Very excited to see this one again. One of my favorites, completely jam-packed. Got some unique stuff that you probably have never used before, but also some trusty, dusty standbys. We're actually gonna go use these right now. Right meow. So thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for stopping by the Monster Bass channel. If you have not already, smash the like button, ring the notification bell so that you can see when we post the next video. And have an awesome ice season. And if you're down south and you don't have ice, I feel sorry for you, but yeah, enjoy regular
Travel
fishing.
up and hang out with us. It's super fun and not cold or windy at all. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video.
Later.